Hey everybody out there, welcome back to the channel, Biblical Truth Central. Hope you all are doing great. Hope you're blessed. Hope that the Lord is working in your life each and every day. I, unfortunately, am under the weather. This cold and flu season has been absolutely terrible. All of my kids got sick last week. One got sick Thursday, then Friday, and then Saturday. But thank God that they're getting better, because we ended up taking them to the ER a couple days ago. And one of them has like a mild flu. And we're keeping him home from school for the rest of the week, just so he can recover and that he can, get his rest. Because you hate to see your children sick. And I hate it. I'm not used to all of my kids being sick at once. So me, nursing, taking temperatures, giving medicine, my wife, making sure that they're comfortable. We're doing all of the things that parents are supposed to do. And I ended up getting the crud. I'm not too bad. I have a cough. I have some nasal congestion going on right now. Low-grade fever. Not bad enough that I can't make a video. So if you see me sniff or cough or try to clear my throat or something of that nature, you'll know why. And I'm not just doing it just to do it. In this video, I want to talk about something that I've been following since last month. But it's actually starting to make headlines majorly now. And that is the crisis that's going over in China. Wuhan, the city of Wuhan, it all originated there, of the coronavirus, which is a virus that has flu-like symptoms. It has already claimed the lives of several people, and it is spreading. It's spreading. They've been talking about this for at least a month and a half, but it's just now getting attention. They don't know exactly how it got started. I read an article that said it's possibly coming from snakes. I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised, since H1N1 derived from pigs, which is the swine flu. I don't know what your opinion is, or what most of your opinions are about these diseases and these illnesses. I have my own suspicions about them. Some people believe that they are made in a lab, and then somebody is made a test subject, and they just kind of put them out in the population, and it just spreads like a wildfire. I would not put anything past the government, because the strains that are coming about, the different sicknesses and the illnesses that we've never heard of, that are just coming out of nowhere, it is a little suspicious to me. It's a little suspicious to me, and it makes me wonder. Now, this flu, I have it pulled up on my phone here on the Drudge Report, and it's actually the headline here. Okay. It says, spread. Cities quarantine. Snakes could be the source. Cover-up fears mounting. And this is new. It says there is a suspected case in Texas. Wow. It did not take long at all for this to make its way over to the United States. Now, I read the other day that it made its way to Washington. I heard that there was a potential scare in Los Angeles. And now they're saying that it's a suspected case in Texas. Wow. What was once said to be an illness that was nothing to worry about, that was going to be under control, has made its way across the ocean. Now, there were some cases in Japan. There were some cases in Thailand. And now we have cases over here in America. People travel back and forth from America to China all the time. And I don't really know the protocols in which they're taking. I know that they were taking temperatures and what have you to passengers who were coming from China. I don't really know what that's going to entail. What is that going to really prove? Your body temperature rises for a lot of reasons. Not necessarily because you have this disease. I mean, this virus, we'll say. And I'm gonna just read a little bit of it. I'm not gonna read too much of it because it's a very long article. I'll put it in the description if you want to read it. It says Beijing Chinese authorities Thursday moved to lock down at least 3 cities with a combined population of more than 18 million in an unprecedented effort to contain the new deadly virus that has sickened hundreds of people and has spread to other parts of the world during the busy Lunar New Year period. I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw some photographs on Facebook earlier that said that there were some dead bodies in the street in Wuhan. Like people who infected with the disease that are just in the street. Why would they be in the street? I don't understand it. Like I know that China is not like America. They don't value their people. So I don't know if this is a lack of medical treatment or a hoax. I'm not sure. Goes on to say the train station and airport in Wuhan, the epicenter of the outbreak, were shut down, and the ferry and the subway and the bus services were halted. Normally bustling streets, shopping malls, restaurants, and other public spaces in the city of 11 million were eerily quiet. Police checked all incoming vehicles that were coming off the road. So, the authorities are definitely on it. They got quarantine centers all over the city. At least 17 people have died in the outbreak. Now, one thing it doesn't say is the conditions of those people. It doesn't say whether they had any pre-existing problems. It doesn't say whether they were infants. It doesn't say whether they were elderly. Now, we know that the elderly, those with pre-existing respiratory issues and infants are at the most risk of dying when it comes to something this severe. But so it doesn't say. All of them in and around Wuhan, close to 600 have been infected. The vast majority of them in Wuhan. And many countries have begun to screen travelers from China for symptoms of the virus, which can cause fever, coughing, trouble breathing, and pneumonia. And wow, let's see. I'm trying to pull this up. In China, the illnesses from the newly identified coronavirus first appeared last month. Like I told you, I saw this last month in Wuhan and industrial and transportational hubs, central China's Hubei province. Other cases have been turned up in the United States, Japan, South Korea, and Thailand. Singapore, Vietnam, and Hong Kong have reported cases Thursday. Most of the illnesses outside of China involve people who were from Wuhan or who have traveled there. So, I'm not going to read the rest of this. This is a very long article. It's like you can read it on your own. If you are traveling, I highly ask you to travel with caution. In other words, if you got to go to China, try not to go to Wuhan, because that is where this is originating and it's spreading. And at least until this is under control, or at least until flu season is over with, because when you go, if you have to go, you risk yourself getting infected, and you risk bringing back an infection that the CDC here really doesn't know much about. Okay. Now, even though it's killed 17 out of 600 people, that's a very, very, very small percentage. But don't take anything lightly, because we just don't know how deadly this is. Now we have suspected cases in Texas, Los Angeles, a confirmed case in Washington. I would pay attention to the news because I think that this is going to be something for us to pay attention to. I think that this is going to spread. You're going to start seeing cases all over the country because a lot of people travel from China to America. It's a fact. You know, in the book of Matthew, Jesus told us in the last days that there will be famines and there will be pestilence. Pestilence. These viruses that have never been heard of, these illnesses that have mutated and that don't respond to antibiotics. Now that's scary. That's scary. The fact is, we see an increase of all different type of sicknesses lately. You know, you got your Ebola and now this. It's just, you know, there are things that are going on that are not talked about on a daily basis. So, you know, that being said, try your best to stay as healthy as you can. I know people just don't go out in the world looking to get sick. Who wants to be sick? I don't want to be sick. I don't feel good right now. I hate it because I'm missing work. I can't go work out. I can't go out and enjoy time with my family. My family's not even here. And my kids are feeling better, so I want them to get out and get some fresh air. They went over to my in-laws, and I'm here at home. You know, trying to get better. You know, Lord willing. The thing, if you can, if you get sick, try to not make it something that you spread. You know, if you can, stay home. I wish I could say get a flu shot, but I don't believe in the flu shot. I'm not an advocate for it. I haven't had a flu shot since about 17 years old. I'm 34. Okay? And that was because I was forced to get it. When I became of age, I made the personal choice. I didn't want to get flu shots anymore. Not after seeing what's in it. I just can't. No. We can argue back and forth about it, but it's not up for debate for me. You can do what you want. Take some supplements. Maybe I'll make a video that will go into detail about the specific supplements you can take that can boost your immune system. Because this is all about your immune system at the end of the day. If you have a strong immune system, it doesn't mean you'll never get sick, but it means that it'll handle that sickness in a timely fashion. Versus if you have a weak immune system, you'll feel like you got hit by a truck. Like a lot of people who have HIV. If they get a cold, it's almost like they're on their deathbed. Because HIV, or AIDS, I'll say, is the autoimmune disease. It takes you out. Your immune system is disabled. It's no longer functioning like a regular person. So you're always in danger when you get sick when you have that disease. But the mass majority of people don't have AIDS. So you can do things to strengthen your immune system. Certain supplements, certain diets, the way that you eat, hydration, exercise, just taking care of yourself. Again, these are not ways of you never getting sick, but these will ensure that if you do get sick, your body will fight it off like a warrior. Now, even though I'm under the weather, I don't feel horrible. You know, I don't feel terrible. I don't feel good, but I don't feel terrible. So I gotta thank God for giving me the knowledge that I have to take care of my body. And just pray that we all get over this flu season healthy, because this is a terrible, terrible season, people. Please, you know, wash your hands. Stop using hand sanitizer. Hot water and soap. Our parents, our grandparents, they grew up with hot water and soap. This generation here depends on Germ-X. I don't believe in it. I don't. Now, scalding your hands, I believe in that. With soap and water. Clean those hands. Watch those surfaces. Don't touch your eyes and your nose unless you, are at home and have cleaned your hands. Okay? Again, I'm not trying to educate people assuming that they're ignorant, but I know grown people who touch their eyes at the gym after picking up dumbbells and stuff. That's very dangerous, and it's a hazard. There's a lot of sicknesses and illnesses in public places like that. Stay away from people who are sick, unless they live in your home. Or do like the Japanese, get those masks. They look silly, but at least you won't breathe in whatever it is somebody sneezes out. I'm highly considering wearing one of those now, because this is the second time this has hit me in a month and a half, and my kids as well. So, God bless you all. I pray that the Lord blesses you with good health. You know, the Lord never promised that life would be easy. He did promise tribulations and troubles, but he said he's overcome the world, and he'll get us through it. So if the Lord brought you to it, he'll get you through it. Okay? If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. God bless. Comment, like, share. Have a great evening.